welcome back to my vlog, and thanks for coming back. What have I been doing in November? I know I had a lot of plans and I was doing really well. I'd managed to, within the first week and a half, do a hat, top, and I managed to get my Linden sweatshirt from my Linden sweatshirt swap finished. I did that one first because I wanted to make sure it was done and out the way so that I could get it sent on time, which I have to do within the next day or two, get it posted. But I hit a week and a half and then I suddenly found out that I had 3 weeks left to do an assignment for university, and a pretty big one. My whole year's made up of, I think it's only 3 or 4 assignments for the whole year, and so this one was due in today, and I had about 3 weeks to get it done, which seems not too bad, but turns out that university studies are very different from college or anything else. It's kind of like learning a different language. You need to do a lot of reading and a lot of quotations or citations, and yeah, they're not so interested in your opinion per se. It's more your opinion, but you need to back it up with other people who share your opinion. So yeah, that's what I was doing pretty much all of this month, to the point where I worked through my birthday, I worked through half of my son's birthday. That was obviously when he'd already had his little party and his friends, and then he actually wanted to play with all the toys he'd got, so he wasn't too fussed. And the only time I had off, not even for Instagramming or much of anything, was if I wasn't feeling too good. So yeah, so I got 3 items done. I did get the pattern traced and copied for the ultimate trousers that I was going to do in the iCat, but I didn't get those done because then I discovered I had the assignment to do. So I'll show you then what I did do, which was, first one was a beanie, the Dahlia beanie by Named Patterns. I wanted to give that a go because I know my daughter loves beanies, and frankly this kind of weather everybody should love beanies. So I did it in some of the, I don't know if you saw my last video, I had some wool jersey, and so I made it out of that because I thought, well, it's got, I think it's like 60 or 70% stretch. I figured it would be a good match, but it'd be a really good match for, I think, like a girdle or something, because the stretch recovery is it's really strong. It's really strong. I mean, it's kind of pushing my brain together at the moment, which is probably not a bad thing after all these days of study, but it's quite tight and it's also quite stiff, so I think I look a bit like a garden gnome. So this, I think I love the pattern. It's really easy. It's really easy to put together. I think I got it done from tracing the pattern to, well, actually I didn't trace this one because there's no different sizes, from cutting the pattern out to sewing it together and everything. About an hour or 2, something like that. So yeah, it was really easy, but I think it needs something a bit drapier, a little bit softer. I do have some wool and cotton knit mix, so I might give it a try again in that. It's a bit unfortunate about this. I did actually try it on my son then, who's only just turned 8, and yeah, it was a bit tight on him too. So I think it stretches to whatever size, but it's pulling back. So it's going to be great for the clothes, but not so good for the head. So I might try a heather dress from it, because then that should, you know, if I've got a bit of a bulgy tummy day, hopefully it should stop that even being noticeable. You never know. So yeah, that's this. I will take it off now. I'm probably going to end up with a big line across my head. Oh, but yay, I can actually hear again. It's quite sound insulating as well. So yeah, that's that. The second thing I did, which was the first thing I actually sewed, is the Linden sweatshirt from my Linden sweatshirt swap. Getting better at that. But I can't show it you, which is a bit lame, really. But it's a surprise. So the person who's supposed to get it probably doesn't even watch my blog, but should she, it's supposed to be secret, so I don't want somebody looking at it and going, ha ha, that's my one. So yeah, I won't show you that. What I can show you is the wearable toile. This is the Moly top. I would get up. There you go. It's good exercise for the legs. Right, so that's the Moly top. It's from Sew Over It, from their capsule collection, the ebook capsule collection, and it was supposed to just be a wearable toile. It's actually a really wearable toile. I really, really like it, and I can see my daughter stealing this off me in about 2 seconds. So I'm going to make a few more. She'll probably nick all of those as well, but it's really, really nice, and it came together really easily. This is actually done without, I don't think I didn't make any alterations at all. I didn't lengthen it or anything, and there you go. That's the top of, there's my waist, and that's the top of my trousers, so I won't go any further than that. And it sits, it's fairly loose-ish, but it sits quite low enough down, I think, and I'm 5'10½", so if you like it a little bit shorter, and you are a little bit shorter, you might want to shorten it. But I think it's a really good length for my height, and even the sleeve length is actually quite. That's me pulling out, but it sits quite nicely when I'm walking around at the wrist bone. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to change anything on it when I make the actual one. I could kind of taper it in a touch at the waist, but I don't think I will, because I quite like the casual fit of it, and yeah, I like comfy. I'm all for the comfy at the moment. I did all my crop tops and mini skirts and things years ago, and no, I'm never going to be doing that again in a hurry, I don't think. So right, that would be the end of a fairly short and sad vlog, because obviously I think I haven't actually done anything sewing related for about 3.5 weeks now, to the point where last night I was sticking PDF patterns together for turtlenecks, and I actually did one of them, and then I went straight on to the second pattern, because I was enjoying it so much, which kind of says something if you have missed sticking PDF patterns together. It's yeah, that's how long it's been since I've sewn. So but what I will do is show you, because like I said, I got, my birthday was on a a week and a half ago, I think it was, and I got a couple of sewing related presents which I thought would be fun to show. So it's my first one. I've wanted one of these for ages. It's like I think they call it a tailor's board. It's got, so you can kind of put the collars and you know, sleeve heads and things, and use it to kind of press things and give them really nice spot on sharp spikes, I suppose. And then also you can use that bit to hold like the tailor's ham. And oh, by the way, apologies if I keep looking slightly to the left. It's because I'm just using a different camera where I can actually see myself. So narcissistic me is just looking at myself half the time. But without my glasses, I'm just a big blur anyway. So anyway, yeah, this is I actually got it off of a seller from on eBay, and it's made out of oak, so it is very, very nice. And I do feel a little bit guilty about such an old tree being cut down, but obviously I don't know the history of it, and I haven't been able to find this anywhere else, so I didn't really have much of a choice. But yeah, it's that was a little present I bought myself in case you didn't notice. Right, my other present, and this one, my daughter actually, she heard me mention it probably a few months ago, and oh, hold on. Nobody has met Pixel yet. Pixel. This is my doggy Pixel. She always sits just over there whilst I'm recording this and gives me strange looks and waits for me to be finished, but she just wanted to have a little wander today. And you know, so many YouTubers and vloggers, they introduce their little fuzzy friends, and I try and introduce my cats, but they stay still long enough. So yeah, this is Pixel. And she's very, very, very shaggy at the moment. She needs a haircut desperately, but the weather at the moment has been hitting -1, -2 just in the mornings. Yeah, it has, hasn't it? It's been really, really cold. Yeah. And yeah, she'd freeze, I think. And she doesn't like wearing coats, so we couldn't really do that for her. So so yeah. I'm going to give her a cut, maybe if we have a little bit of a warmer spell. I might give her a touch of a cut. Otherwise I'm going to have to try and give her a trim. And I do actually do it myself. I always have since she was a little baby. So she is used to it that way, and I don't really want to take her to any stranger that doesn't know her and she doesn't know, because, you know, I think it might upset her. But anyway, I shall put Pixel down now, okay, and show you my present. So this is the one my daughter remembered me talking about, so she actually sorted it out with my husband to get it for me as a surprise. It's a steam generator iron. I've obviously in the winter got a lot of wool, and this will be really, really useful for working on wool. It'll help to shrink all of the fabric, although I have actually tested most of it on a cold cycle, the wool wash in my washing machine, and that was absolutely fine. None of them seem to shrink majorly or felt up or anything like that. So I may just wash them all initially anyway, and then once they're dry, give them a good steaming over. I think that would work quite well. But yeah, you'd be surprised. I was surprised how many of them, you know, all the little snippets. I just did a whole load of little squares of wool, and yeah, it was quite funny. But yeah, so that's and the fact that I hate ironing with a vengeance. I just despise ironing. So anything that makes that easier, it's all right by me. So yeah, that's pretty much my whole month in a nutshell. Study, 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 and very little sewing. So I will try and sort out a little kind of haul and what my plans are video, but as you can tell, it doesn't always go to plan. So we'll see. I've got ideas. I definitely want to be doing some turtlenecks, so and I've got to do some stuff for my daughter because we went and bought her some material. I will get that shown to you, and yeah, we're gonna make some really cool trousers. So yeah, right. So that's me done, I think, for now, and I'll get another one sorted really shortly, and I'll try not to leave it quite so long next time. Be a bit more organised. Right, so yeah, thanks, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.